I'm Jay Addison from EventChain.io for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. Today on Blockchain Interviews, Rod Ambrissi, YouTuber from Dash, Brazil. Rob, is that right?
Hi, Jay. How you doing? Thanks for having me here.
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's a good opportunity to talk to you guys. I'm a big fan of your show, including with Ashton. It's always a good source of information for me as well as a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, Rod, how long have you been involved with the Dash community?
With the Dash community, a little over 1 year. I got into a TV show, a YouTuber that I was a big fan called Amanda B. Johnson. She had a YouTube channel called The Daily Decrypt, talking about crypto. I was a big fan of her, short 5-10 minutes videos every week. She ended up moving to a specific YouTube channel called Dash Detail once she got funded by the Dash community. And I thought it was actually really interesting to, ask for funds and be sponsored by Dash. That's actually how I learned more about Dash. At the same time, I was about to leave a job that I walk away from a job that I hated. I was working in a cubicle, and I was already a video producer, a broadcast technician for many years. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can do something like that in Portuguese, in my language, for Brazil. I ended up contacting her. She helped me create a proposal. I present to the Dash community. It went for voting. And today, the treasury from the Dash Digital Cash Network funds my channel to create content in Portuguese for the Brazilian market.
Well, that's fantastic. Dash, I know, has one of the largest and strongest communities of any of the blockchain projects out there. Do you think there's another blockchain project that has as large or strong a community? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, not because I'm in the Dash community, but I'm impressed as well how the Dash community has been so good to me and to other business leaders and content creators that I met around the world. Every time I go to a conference or to an event, someone from the Dash community that I never met before, especially masternodes, they're like, man, I love your videos, because sometimes I do create content in English, so the international community can know what's happening in Latin America and South America. And it's always like, hey, let's sit down, let me buy you a beer, let's talk. You've been such a good source of information, you've been helping a lot, and I see how well the Dash community in Latin America has been working extremely well. In Africa as well, there's tons of meetups of Dash community members in Africa. And I also got to know some people from the Bitcoin Cash community, from Bitcoin.com. They also a very strong community, but so far Dash has nothing around like Dash Digital Cash community that I've ever seen. They're very united and they're always helping each other no matter what.
That's fantastic. So you are the producer of a cryptocurrency documentary based on Dash. What was the goal behind that?
Well, there was absolutely no goal or intent to create a documentary. Dash Venezuela, the community from there, which I got to know them a couple months back, we exchanged information, how they're producing videos, how they're creating content, how they're organizing meetups and conference. We ended up becoming friends. So the Dash community, Eugenia Alcala from Dash Venezuela, invited me to go to Venezuela. She's like, well, it will be easier for you to get into the country. You're a Latino. You have a Brazilian passport. If you want to come over and host a lecture for us, talk about Dash Brazil, talk about economy and history of money. It's kind of my specialty. So I said, yes, of course, I'd love to go to Venezuela. Got my ticket. And in my head, I was planning to do some sort of a video log, like a 5-10 minutes video. Say, hey, everybody, I'm going to Venezuela for a week. It's going to be interesting. Nobody wants to go there. Everybody thinks there's a dictator running the country. The country is closed. So I started since the beginning. Once I bought my ticket, paying with Dash at cheapair.com, I started recording already my trip to Venezuela. So on the second day, she was already showing me so many achievements from the Dash Venezuela community, because the country is going through such a economic storm that I was like, wow, you guys created all this in less than 1 year. So I started recording everything that I possibly could record, from meetings, from interviews, taking pictures, and I did everything actually with my phone, with an iPhone 8.
That's great.
No video gear, nothing. And I start making notes, what I'm gonna talk, what I'm gonna speech, how my speech gotta be. I got back 1 week later. I pay my plane ticket, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, hotel for 7 days, everything with Dash Digital Cash. There's over 800 businesses in Venezuela today accepting Dash.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
And I had so much footage. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to make a video log. I'm going to put together a documentary. And I actually the one who narrated. I never narrated a documentary in English.
Great.
So I don't have an English flow. So there's some parts that once I hear, I'm like, oh man, I
So is it in English or Portuguese or both?
There's one version in English and there's also one version in Portuguese. I'm also working one version in Spanish, and someone's going to send me the voiceover. They're recording in French as well. I'm going to dub in French as well.
Fantastic.
And I just want to show the international community there is a cryptocurrency revolution already happening in Venezuela, because the economy, the devaluation of the bolivar, it's over 1,000%.
Wow.
Just in this year. You know, every day the prices are going up. The government has been printing more and more money. They're changing the name of the bills and the name of the money. They're cutting 3 zeros. And that's one of the main reasons why I was invited by the Dash community to go there, the Venezuela community, because Brazil did exactly the same thing during the 80s, 7 times.
Wow.
So Brazilians, we became a specialist in money because in 15 years, we had 6 types of money with different names, different colors, and different values. The government manipulated the economy for a really long time. And with that, I created a lecture talking about the history of money and the consequences Brazil had it. We even had a president in Brazil, for example, that confiscated people's money from inside their bank account, saying, wow, everybody, starting tomorrow, you're not allowed to use your money. The government is going to use all your money to pay our bills, and we're going to pay you back slowly in 18 months. You know, that it proves the danger of a centralized organization. And once I put together the documentary, you know, I saw like it's going down the same road that Brazil did it. And the documentary has been a success. The Dash community absolutely loved. I had so many requests to talk on TV shows and newspaper about the documentary, because not a lot of people, first of all, can get into Venezuela. It's very restricted regarding a few passports. So for Brazil, for having good relations with Venezuela, and for me being Latino, have a Brazilian passport, was quite easy. But showing how this cryptocurrency revolution already started over there, and people are using cryptocurrency not to make money, not to trade and buy low and sell high. They're using to protect the smallest amount of their salary that they sell, their work labor that they sell on a daily basis.
Yeah, it makes sense. So do you see the economies of Brazil and Latin America needing cryptocurrency as an alternative to the currencies that are there now?
Oh, definitely. Brazil at the moment, the economy is very strong, is doing quite well compared to other Latin American countries. Venezuela, it is the perfect storm to implement cryptocurrency. Dash is more popular than Bitcoin in Venezuela because of the community.
Okay.
And the treasury is being sponsoring meetups and conference and events over there, so it became more popular. Argentina could be a next possibility just this year. Just yesterday, Argentina raised interest rates to 45% a year. So that's a number it's insane. The devaluation of the Argentinian pesos as well. So the country is diving into an economic collapse. Venezuela is already there. We also have Colombia that it could be a possibility soon. So I see Latin America as one of the first areas on the globe, along with Africa, to implement cryptocurrency in a mass scale. I'm not expecting Norway to make an announcement saying they're going to implement crypto, or Belgium or Holland. You know, those countries, they're using crypto as investment to duplicate and to maintain their wealth. Third world countries are using crypto in order to bypass the government and protect their small amount of money that they make.
Yeah. Now, Rod, how can others get involved in this initiative or even support the cause?
Well, if you take a look on the documentary, on the playlist over there, there's the links for Dash Venezuela. They have a program. One of the great ideas that they had over there is, instead of doing airdrop and literally giving $2-3 to people for free to experience how to use cryptocurrency, what they did was very genius, very interesting. They partner with about 12, 13 social institutions that promotes either feeding people on the street, child abuse, healthcare problems. So those non-profit organizations in Venezuela. So what they do is everybody that attend an event get a few dollars as a first-time user. To how to download a crypto wallet, you receive that. But at the same time, they're asked to, hey, now you can actually make a transaction and send Dash. Just choose one of those institutions so you can learn how to send funds to someone. So at the same time, they're learning how to download, receive funds, and send funds on their wallet. They're actually supporting those social projects. So there's also the QR code for all those projects over there. There's the contact information for Dash Venezuela. And of course, if you know how Dash works, Dash is a self-sustained cryptocurrency where it's the totally opposite of an ICO. While ICOs are desperate looking for money to sustain their ideas, Dash has money available for you to sponsor your idea, as long as, of course, this brings value back to the community and to the cryptocurrency Dash ecosystem as well.
Rod, how does somebody get a Dash wallet?
You can download from the Google store or the Apple store as well.
You just type in Dash. Did you search for Dash?
Dash wallet. It's available also for desktop. The best way to download a Dash wallet is only from the official Dash website, which is dash.org. Over there, you have all the information. If I'm not wrong, I think it's translated into, 9 different languages. It is in English, so just click on the links inside that page. Never download a wallet from some other link that you never heard about it before. That's actually for any cryptocurrency.
Okay. So for our viewers that are on Reuters Insider Financial Network, how would they get to watch your documentary?
They can actually search for Dash Dinheiro Digital. I'm sure you can actually leave the link as well straight to the documentary, the English version. It's got to land on my YouTube page. My YouTube page is focused in Portuguese for the Brazilian market. So 95% of my videos are in Portuguese, but I do have a playlist called Interviews in English that I bring the latest information from Brazil and Latin America to the world in English for them to see, to hear, and to see what's happening in Latin America, where the cryptocurrency revolution already started.
Rod Ambrissi, YouTuber and Dash supporter. Dash really sounds like a fantastic project. I appreciate you being on the show today, and I think what we should do is do a follow-up in the coming weeks, because I think you guys have got some real motivation. I'd like to see how it rolls out over the next coming years even. Thanks for being with us today, Rod.
Anytime, Jay. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks kindly. Bye-bye.